Water! He forgot to refill it. George found out the hard way that the hose was too short. Maybe it didn't have to reach. He could spray it from here.
Huh?
George knew they were down to only a duck and a half. He had to get water up that hill somehow. He needed something that held water but was smaller than a pail. This was going to take a few trips. George knew he couldn't fill the pool in time. It was over.
George, I saw you running up and down. What are you doing, trying to fill a pool one cup at a time? Huh, city kids. There are proper ways to carry water. I'll show ya. Stop there, or it'll be too heavy. Well, I carry one up. You fill the other one halfway. This is called a bucket brigade.
George's idea worked. A happy ending for ducks and duck lovers.
This is way too close to the edge. I'll pull it back. Whoa!
At that moment, Jumpy remembered why he always stayed in trees.
George, is that you? Oh, my hat!
You know, there's a proper method for mop squeezing.
Yep, I know, Bill. George, I want to remind you, those ducks are here temporarily.
George wondered exactly how long he could make temporarily last.
Oh, hiya, George.
Hiya, George. See, this is why boat travel is always best.
Hey, Clint.
Hey, Wint. George, you remember my brother, Wint.
Hey, George. I was proceeding northward and encountered stationary vehicles. Thought I should investigate, That's not right.
Thanks, Wint.
Oh, did you do this? But now, George, you're from the city. You must see traffic lights every day. Don't you know how they work?
George only paid attention to the lights that told him when to walk. Those other lights were for drivers. And he didn't drive.
Well, you're young and you are a monkey, but you should try to be more curious about important things. Well, it's simple. Green means the car should go. Yellow means slow down. Red means the cars have to stop. Don't interfere with that light while it's performing its duty. Okay, George? I don't even know why they put a traffic light out here in the middle of nowhere. Seems wrong.
The light was out. But that wasn't so bad. It wasn't even there yesterday. Except that yesterday, Jumpy had his branch bridge to cross the road on. Then George thought of something he could do to help. Since George now understood how a traffic light worked, he was ready to be one. With George in charge, that traffic light worked better than before. At least it was better for squirrels.
George, you promised to let that light perform its duty. What? Ah, it's not performing its duty. I apologize, George, but get down. Hey, that's the squirrel I always witness proceeding across the road on those high branches. Oh, did they cut off his squirrel crossing for that light? We don't even need this light. There's hardly any traffic. Yeah, well, George, squirrel, chicken, and chicks too. I am going to see that this situation is resolved. That's my job.
It turned out they'd put that light up on the wrong corner. It was meant to go up in the middle of town. Wint Quint and Clint Quint put up a temporary squirrel bridge until the tree branches could grow back. And George decided to look at the traffic lights back in the city. Maybe some of them needed a monkey. Being a monkey in the big city can be an exciting experience. But it isn't perfect.
Oh, wow, we could really use some fresh country air, huh?
The man with the yellow hat knows when the time's right to get his monkey out of the city.
Take a deep breath and fill your lungs with good, clean country air. It's good to be back, isn't it? You can let the clean air out, George. There's plenty here. Well, George, looks like Bill built a bunny hutch in his yard. Want to go see the bunnies?
There you go. Hey there! Got George with you?
How'd you know it was us?
Wild guess. Hey, I just got bunnies. Want to see?
George had never seen a bunny up close before.
You like bunnies, George?
Do they have names?
Sure. There's Fuzzy, Whitey, Brownie, Spotty, Black Ears, Cottontail, and Herbert Nenninger. And that's their mom. Want to pet one? Which one? Brownie? Whitey? Fuzzy. Fuzzy's cool. There's some things you need to know about bunnies before you pet one. Oh no! It's time to deliver my papers. Sorry. Come back tomorrow and you can pet them all.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow, George.
Ooh, George could barely stand it. Who can wait a whole day to pet bunnies?
You going out? Be a good little monkey.
George thought he could keep the bunnies company while Bill was away. They were so still, so quiet, so fuzzy. Bunnies, bunnies. Bill wouldn't mind if he petted one bunny, just once, if he was very, very careful. The bunnies were so still and quiet and fast. They were almost too fast to see. Definitely too fast to pet. And absolutely too fast to do as they were told. Their mom knew enough to stay in the hutch, but George wasn't taking any more chances. George decided he'd better figure out how many bunnies got loose by counting their bowls. 7. That meant he still had to catch 7. George found a big flat rope. A rope this big must have something very important tied to the other end.
Andy, look at what your mascot did.
I'll show you a trick. Push that button. Okay, everyone, time for practice.
Practice? This was a chance for George to see all that equipment in action. So George helped test the airbag. He demonstrated what a good climber he was. He learned what a pike pole could do. And he showed them that he remembered how to reel in a hose.
Oh, stop!
Maybe we're not ready for a mascot.
Rescue request. A pigeon is stuck in a whale.
Don't say it.
Oh, I'm so glad you came quickly. Hello, George.
What's the problem?
Up there. The pigeon flies out, but then flies right back in. It's like he has no sense of direction.
That sounded a lot like a pigeon that George knew. And that sounded like a bad pigeon imitation Compass had heard before.
That monkey has more friends than I do.
He's free. He's gonna fly right out the window.
We've got to get up to him.
But how? Our truck won't fit through the door and our ground ladder is too short.
Rope and pulley.
It's too far from the balcony.
We can poke holes in the well till the pigeon drops out.
Oh, our poor whale.
Compass was very happy to see a familiar, whatever George was.
Look, George is bringing him out.
George knew Compass well enough by now, so he pointed the pigeon directly at the far wall. Compass understood and flew the best he could for the far wall. And of course, missed completely.
Hey, George, we're ready for you.
Huh, guess it's time to take George home and find that dog's owner.
I can tell you where Sharky lives.
George, I'm afraid you can't be our mascot. Because for meritorious service performed in freeing a pigeon from inside a whale, I hereby name you unofficial rescue monkey of Squad 86.
Rescue Squad 86 has a lot of great equipment. But sometimes the right tool for the job is a monkey.